Good evening, Stevens Point. I'm Claudia Neve.
And I'm Nathan Wagner.
This week on SPTV News, UWSP students are marching for the Arts and Humanities. TedX Mini series is taking place on campus, and trivia is coming up.
All of this and more when we return. SPTV News has updates about the new university proposal. This past Tuesday, a community town hall was held with Representative Katrina Shankland to hear from students, staff, faculty, and community members about the proposed changes at UWSP. It was almost a full house. The students of UWSP are also taking actions to have their voices heard. There will be a March for the Arts and Humanities, which will start from Old Main and move throughout the UWSP campus. Everyone is welcome to join the march. The march will take place on Thursday, April 12th from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. For more information, contact Mackenzie Madison or find the Facebook event called March for the Arts and Humanities.
Natural Resources Academic and Career Advising Center are looking for student submissions for a College of Natural Resources t-shirt design. This is a contest open to all majors. They are looking for vibrant designs that display the many elements that make up the CNR. For the contest, submissions may include a high-quality image of the design, a name, and a student ID number. After 10 finalists are picked, the ultimate choice will be made by the students. The winning design will receive $125 in gift cards, certificates, and point cash. The submission should be sent to Lee St. Martin's. The deadline for submissions will be Wednesday, April 4th.
The traditional green-colored holiday from Ireland is this Saturday. SPT's Claudia Neve has more.
This Saturday, March 17th, is St. Patrick's Day. It is also known as Feast of St. Patrick or the Day of the Festival of Patrick. It is a cultural and religious celebration held on 17th of March every year, the traditional death date of St. Patrick, the foremost patron saint of Ireland. St. Patrick's Day is known for parades, shamrocks, leprechauns, and all things Irish. People also associate drinking with this holiday. However, remember to be responsible this weekend with your celebration activities. St. Patrick's Day comes in as one of the top 4 most popular drinking days of the year. 3 out of 4 of fatal drunk driving accidents that happen on St. Patrick's Day involve a driver who is 2 times over the legal drinking limit. St. Patrick's Day is not an excuse to break the law. Keep yourself and others safe by not drinking and driving. Have a green holiday from all of us at SPTV.
Remember to be safe while having fun and enjoy your St. Patrick's Day weekend.
Recently, TedX Talks took place at UWSP. If you have missed it, do not worry. UWSP is hosting TedX Mini series that will count for SBE credits. TedX is an international community that organizes TED-style events, celebrating locally driven ideas and elevating them to global stage. The TedX Mini will include talks featuring sustainability. The event will be on Wednesday, March 21st at 7:30 p.m. at the CCC, room 321.
The International Club is looking for volunteers for their annual international dinner. Approximately 400 to 500 people attend this event, so the organization is looking for volunteers that will greet the guests. The volunteers will be helping guests find their seats and serving hors d'oeuvres prior to the main dinner. The volunteers are required to wear appropriate attire, either traditional clothing from your country or dress clothes. After the event, the volunteers will be rewarded with a free meal that includes the international dishes. If you are interested, email the International Club or find them at the basement of the DUC.
Mental Health Awareness Week is open to all the university students and focuses on teaching students about the importance of mental health in every stages of one's life. SPTV Wanchin Lee has more.
This week is Mental Health Awareness Week. Mental health includes people's emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It affects how we think, feel, and act. I sat down to talk with Christopher Benny and Bobby Archek about this event.
Mental health is one of the biggest unaddressed health challenges that our generation is facing right now. And Mental Health Awareness Week is SGA, Student Health Services, as well as Counseling Center working together to educate pointers on the different things that are associated with mental health, what are the different resources that you have on campus, who are the different people that you can contact, and what are different methods that you can use to effectively cope and have a healthy mental health lifestyle.
The purpose of Mental Health Awareness Week is to teach people about the different types of mental health.
Is to educate our community on different aspects of mental health. Show them that, hey, these are the resources, and also these are different problems that you could have. And if you know someone who has these problems, what do you do? Which resources do you refer them to? What are the different options that they have? And our goal is to educate our campus on this aspect.
Christopher Benny introduced the last event called Luminaria for Mental Health.
And tomorrow we have a luminaria. So a luminaria is a symbol of hope. So this luminaria is going to be a symbol of hope for mental health and its survivors, the people that are going through it right now. And our goal is to build a community where people understand that, hey, it's okay if you have a problem, ask for help, reach out for help, and that's how you can actually take charge of your life. That's what we're trying to get at.
Mental health is important at every stage of life. Students can gain some new knowledges from this education.
Students who take part in Mental Health Week, there's a lot of opportunities for them to gain knowledge on just mental health awareness and also understand the different resources on campus available to their mental health stability here on campus to help benefit them as a student.
Through this feedback from the last few events, people have a clear idea of mental health.
One of the kind of feedback I've been getting from students that have been taking part in these events is that there's a lot of items that they generally didn't quite know of or think of before. So like by showing up and being a part of these events, they've kind of been able to see things from a different light and a different perspective and kind of relate it back to themselves in their own personal life.
Bobby Artek encouraged every university student to come join this event and to know how mental health is important at every stage of life and how it can influence life.
Mental health is an issue that a lot of people kind of ignore, and they don't think of it as being prominent because it doesn't show like physical symptoms for the most part. But mental health is a very important part of your personal health, and it can lead to a lot of negative things in life if you don't take account for it and try to make the most of like your mental health and make it as healthy as it can be. So it's something that just want to make sure everybody knows that student government, agencies on campus, there's many people here that are open to hearing your issues and your concerns and helping you get better and create a stronger habitat for your mental health.
For SPTV News, this is Wan Zhengli.
For more information, please contact with SGA office.
Don't forget that UWSP supports inclusivity. If you identify as a person of color and in the LGBTQ+ community, there is a monthly support group for you. This group is for the intended audiences to have a space where their identity is reflected in others so that they can build community and support for students, staff, faculty, and the Stevens Point community. Due to safety and privacy concerns, contact the coordinator of the Gender and Sexuality Resource Center, Alan, for the room information and more. This support system is also part of the Department of Diversity and College Access.
Earth Day is just around the corner. If you're looking for a way to celebrate Earth Day or give back to the community, Be the Change is the event for you. Brianna Schmidt has more on the story.
On Earth Day, April 22nd from noon to 3 p.m., Campus Activities and Student Engagement is hosting Be the Change, which is the largest volunteer event on campus.
We are recruiting hundreds of volunteers to go out into the Stevens Point location and volunteer at different sites that we have come up with.
These sites include the Humane Society of Portage County, the University Child Care Center, the Cupboard, Schmeekley Reserve, Farm Shed, North Crest Assisted Living, Camp Glacier Hollow, and Project Linus.
So last year we had about 100 students that went out into the Stevens Point community. Some students went to the Humane Society and they got to help them make a new pathway, and then afterwards they got to play with kittens. We also had some students go to Farm Shed and they helped in their greenhouses and out in their back in their compost pile, kind of reorganizing stuff. We also had some students go to Schmeekley Nature Reserve and work on the paths, cleaning up some invasive species. The volunteers that helped out at the Cupboard kind of reorganized the shelves, helped check in their new food. The Project Linus people also helped make around 40 blankets to be donated to children's hospitals, so that was really cool. And then the people who volunteered at North Haven Assisted Living got to hang out with the elderly residents and play bingo and had a really fun time.
Students can sign up individually or in groups. The sooner you sign up to volunteer, the more likely you will be able to volunteer at your top choices.
In order to do this, you can log on to the SPIN webpage and search Be the Change. When you search Be the Change, you can RSVP on that page, and you can also fill out a form saying which sites you would like to go to.
Students who volunteer at Be the Change will be provided with free snacks and will receive a free water bottle. They then will walk or take a van out to their location. Be the Change is a great way to give back to the community, meet new people, and add another volunteer activity to your resume. This is Brianna Schmidt with SPTV News.
If you'd like to sign up or get more information about the change, go to their SPIN page. That is all the news we have for you this evening.
We'll be right back with sports after the break.
So I hear they have like a sale at the DUC or whatever. Yeah. Some like type of coffee. Doesn't know this now.
Serving a campus of 9,600 strong, we are the home of UWSP Television. We are SPTV. You can find us on Charter Channel 983, online, or on any of our social media sites.
Welcome back, Pointers. In sports this week, the Pointers men's basketball team saw their postseason run come to an end on Friday night after a 65-55 loss to the number 1 seeded Whitman. Drew Fredrickson led the Pointers offense, finishing with 14 points and 4 3-pointers. Mark Nelson chipped in 12 of his own points, and MJ Delmore chipped in 9 points in his final career game as a Pointer. The Pointers finished their season with a record of 21-9. The Pointers softball team dropped 3 of their 5 games played in the past week. Their 6th game, which was scheduled to be played on Sunday, was postponed due to weather. Over the week, the Pointers went 1-2 in the Greenville University softball tournament. On Saturday, they lost to Buena Vista University 5-4 and then beat them 4-3. On Sunday, they lost to Luther College 9-4 in 5 innings before the game was called. The record now stands on 5-4 on the young season. Their next stretch of games will be played during their spring break trip to Florida, in which they will play 12 games. The first conference game will be a doubleheader on April 3rd against Oshkosh. The Pointers baseball team got their season started over the weekend by playing St. Olaf in a doubleheader at the U.S. Bank Stadium. The Pointers won their first game 3-1 in 7 innings. Ryan Stanek led the offense, going 2 for 2 with a run scored and an RBI. Game 2 was suspended in the 7th inning due to time constraints, with the Pointers leading 9-6. The next stretch of games for the Pointers will be during their spring break, when they play 8 games while in Florida. Their first home game will be a doubleheader on the 5th against St. Norbert. The Pointers men's hockey team will travel to Michigan this weekend to face the Adrian Bulldogs in a quarterfinal game this Saturday, with puck drop scheduled for 7 p.m. The selection for men's basketball was this past Sunday, and the 4 number 1 seeds are Virginia, Villanova, Kansas, and Xavier. Virginia is in the South region, Xavier in the West, Villanova in the East, and Kansas in the Midwest region. The Badger State is shut out as Marquette and Wisconsin did not make the tournament. It's the first time since 1998 that Wisconsin won't have a team in the tournament. On Friday night, the Green Bay Packers traded cornerback Demarius Randall to the Cleveland Browns for Deshaun Kaiser, and the teams also swapped 4th and 5th round picks in next month's draft. Then, on Tuesday afternoon, the Packers signed agent tight end Jimmy Graham to a 3-year deal worth $30 million. The Packers also signed free agent defensive lineman Muhammad Wilkerson to a 1-year deal worth $5 million. The Packers did release longtime receiver Jordy Nelson, saving the team more than $10 million in cap space. Nelson finishes his Packer career with 550 receptions, 7,049 receiving yards, and 69 touchdowns. That's all the sports stories we have for you today. Up next is Deshaunay Scott with entertainment news. I'm Rachel Ellis for SPTV Sport.
Tobacco use is the largest preventable cause of death
and disease in the United States.
Cigarette smoke kills more than
480,000 Americans
each year.
41,000 of these deaths
are from exposure
to secondhand smoke.
Smoking harms nearly
every organ in the body.
Every day,
more than
3,800 kids
under the age of 18
smoke their first cigarette. More than 16 million Americans
live with a smoking-related disease.
On average,
smokers die 10 years younger
than non-smokers.
Smoking causes
cancer,
heart disease,
strokes, lung diseases,
diabetes,
and chronic bronchitis.
Warzala, the 7th largest book printer in North America, is hiring students for the semester. We are 100% employee-owned and located right here in Stevens Point, Wisconsin. All shifts currently hiring, with jobs starting at $10.80 an hour. Hours are flexible. For more information, contact the Warzala HR department.
Quiet on set. We'll be back in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take Ben.
Live at SPTV, mic check, audio check, news directors adjusting the sound, teleprompter running smoothly. Floor director, alert! Cameras are rolling, bring in the talent. Where's the makeup artist? Anchors ready for the news. Are you ready to join SPTV? That's a wrap. Lights out.
Welcome back, Pointers. Eager teens will gather in Stevens Point next month looking for nuggets of wisdom and panning for the right answer. It is all part of the Rush that is the world's largest trivia contest, held once again through the University of Wisconsin Stevens Point, UWSP 90 FM. Trivia 49, the Trivia Rush of 49, will bring thousands of participants together from around the world for 54 hours of trivia questions and music. The radio station student staff members support the work of longtime coordinators Jim the Oz, Olivia and John Eckendorf. The trivia contest not only brings together the Stevens Point community, it is also a learning experience for student staff members to help plan the event. The contest kicks off at 4 p.m. Friday, April 13th, with the parade around the UW Stevens Point campus. Questions begin at 6 p.m. and continue until midnight Sunday, April 15th. The radio station will broadcast 8 trivia questions per hour, and teams will have the length of 2 songs to call in with the correct answer in order to be awarded points. For more information, check the Trivia 90 FM website. Grab your controller and rev up your engines. Video game enthusiasts will be hosting a Mario Kart Grand Prix on March 17th. Nathan Wagner has more.
Video game enthusiasts are hosting their first ever Mario Kart Grand Prix this Saturday, March 17th in the DUC Alumni Room.
This event is just a Mario Kart Grand Prix, essentially a tournament that's a bit more casual. Just get kart players in from the community and hopefully have fun.
We're going to have people racing throughout the day, and it's to raise funds for the video game enthusiasts. We'll be having a raffle during the event where people will be able to get some sweet prizes from it, and the best racers in the event will also be awarded prizes, like first, second, third.
The club hosted a Super Smash Bros. Event last semester, so they're hoping to show off their game variety this time around.
We want to mix it up a little because Smash Bros. Would get stale if we kept playing Smash Bros. So Mario Kart adds some nice variety, takes away some of the tension from Smash Bros.
This game is more, I would say, more of a party game, where Smash is more classified as a fighting game. And this semester we will be doing it kind of a round-robin style where people are like constantly playing Mario Kart.
The club plans to host many different events in the coming semesters, with Smash in the fall and other games in the spring.
As long as video game enthusiasts exist, we're going to be running tournaments. We want to make sure that we have some reach out options to the rest of campus and get people involved, get them out of the dorms and excited for the weekend.
The doors for this event open at 4 p.m., with the event running until 11 p.m. The event will cost $3 for the venue and $5 to enter the event itself. Be sure to wear lots of green.
It's going to be a fun, pretty casual event, just playing Mario Kart, and who doesn't love Mario Kart?
It's fun, it's a chance to hang out with your friends and play video games, and you can like win stuff, so that's always cool.
If you would like more information about the event or the club itself, be sure to check out their Facebook page, Spin page, and Discord server. You can also reach out to one of the officers directly.
They can come to club on club nights, which on Tuesday it's in DUC 374 from 7 to 11, and on Thursdays it is in DUC 235 from 7 to 11.
I believe people should come to this event to just generally have a good time, meet up with other people, race them, and to show off their Mario Kart skills. Like, even if they aren't necessarily the greatest, they can come in and we'll match them up with people who are about their skill level, and they'll be able to just have a good time and mess around.
It's just going to be a fun Mario Kart racing, and that's all we want to do is just have fun.
This is Nathan Wagner with SPTV News.
If you would like more information about this event, visit Video Game Enthusiasts Facebook page, Spin page, or Discord server. May the forest be with you. Smeakley is a battleground. The plants have gotten tired of being eaten and are rebelling against the animals. Who can restore balance to the forest? May the forest be with you as you decide whose side you are on. Smeakley Reserve will be holding a candlelight hike on May 4th, also known as Star Wars Day. Come learn more about the forest while celebrating the popular sci-fi series. The event will be held at 7:30 p.m. and 8:30 p.m. at the Campfire Ring. The event is free to the public. That's all we have for you this week for entertainment news. Now over to Austin LePack with Pointer Politics. I'm Deshanae Scott with SPTV Entertainment News.
Thanks, Deshanae. In politics this week, Democratic governor candidate Kathleen Vinehouse says she would support universal background checks for all gun sales. These checks would be applicable to federally licensed dealers as well as gun sales among private individuals, which she argued should be allowed to continue. She also mentioned a provision in Democratic background check legislation introduced in the Assembly last month, which would have essentially banned private gun sales. Vinehouse stopped short of calling for any bans on assault-style rifles in the wake of the Parkland, Florida high school shooting that left 17 dead, arguing that such bans would not be effective due to the difficulty in defining them. Instead, she would want to focus on enforcing a current law banning automatic weapons. For Vinehouse, this means supporting a ban on bump stocks and other mechanisms which allow semi-automatic weapons to rapidly fire rounds. To address school safety amid several high-profile national shootings, Vinehouse said she'd support legislation introduced by Assembly Republicans that would provide grants for armed school safety officers. Pointer Politics will keep you updated on this topic. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security will test Wisconsin election systems for cyber vulnerabilities to help ensure they remain secure for the 2018 elections. It's part of what may be the state's most expansive election security efforts to date, following the events of 2016, when hackers linked to the Russian government unsuccessfully targeted election systems in Wisconsin. The state said its agency thwarted the 2016 hacking attempts. State officials say they're working with the Homeland Security Department and state officials to conduct in May or June a risk vulnerability assessment of the state's election system. After the test, Homeland Security will give the Commission a report outlining the vulnerabilities and suggestions for how to fix them. That's all we have for you this week in Pointer Politics. I'm Austin Lepak, and we'll be right back after the break.
It's a very welcoming place. Even if you don't know what support you need, just coming down, we can look at individual schedules and talk about all the different options that are available.
I believe that the TLC can definitely help students even for the slightest little bit. The writing lab, especially because you're going to have to write papers for any of the classes, they're able to proofread those and give you feedback on those.
The writing lab has been around since 1973, and it's the second oldest writing lab in the United States, which is kind of cool.
Surprised by everything that I learned about TLC because I didn't realize there were so many resources for students.
We'd love to see more students down here. I mean, it's great that we have 35% of the student population utilizing us, but that means that we have 65% that didn't utilize us, and I know we have support services that could benefit just about everybody.
It means to me that I'm able to add another link between the TLC and the students. I know that as a big organization, it's kind of hard to get word out to the students, especially because they're not going out and meeting with the students or being part of their classes or anything like that. So having that extra link probably helps them out a lot.
And when you come down, there's free coffee, tea, and hot cocoa, so make themselves at home and learn a little bit about how they can be supported. That's all the news we have for you at SPTV.
Until next time, Stevens Point, have a great night.